Let me ask you something personal, and I want you to answer honestly, even if just in your own mind. When was the last time you woke up feeling truly energized, with a sense of confidence that every part of your body, including down there, was working just as it should? If it's been a while, you're not alone. I've met so many men over 60 who quietly struggle with sluggish mornings, low energy, and, yes, circulation issues where it matters most. Sometimes it's embarrassing to bring up, even with your doctor. But here's what I want you to know. The first thing you eat in the morning can play a powerful role in how well your blood flows throughout the day, including to those parts that matter for your pride and your relationship. Before I go any further, let me tell you about Richard, a patient of mine who reminds me so much of the men watching this channel. Richard is 67, a retired firefighter, and the kind of man who has always put others first. Yet, he confessed to me that he'd been feeling a bit less like himself lately. His mornings were foggy, his energy lagged, and he felt that certain spark slipping away in the bedroom. "Doc, I just want to feel strong and confident again," he told me, with the same honesty you might share with an old friend. I hear this all the time, and trust me, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Every man's body changes as the years go by, and learning how to adapt is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself and for your partner. For those who don't know me, I'm Dr. Robert Jansen, and for more than 30 years have helped men reclaim their vitality, especially when it comes to those issues that don't get talked about at family dinners. If you're over 60 and you care about your health, energy, and yes, your performance, you're in the right place. My goal is always to give you practical, honest advice, never gimmicks or magic pills, because you deserve solutions that work and that actually fit into your daily life. Now, let's talk about why mornings matter so much. After a night of fasting, your body is primed to absorb nutrients. The first meal you eat sets the tone for your blood sugar, your energy, and the health of your blood vessels for the entire day. For men over 60, that means it's a golden opportunity to support healthy circulation, especially to the areas that are essential for strong, reliable erections. Too often, though, we sabotage ourselves with the wrong foods: sugary cereals, white bread, pastries, or skipping breakfast altogether. These habits can cause blood sugar swings, sap your energy, and tighten up those tiny blood vessels in the places you need them most. So what should you be eating in the morning to boost circulation, down there? I'll get specific in just a moment, but first, let me offer a little hope. Richard was skeptical when I suggested that changing his breakfast could improve not just his energy, but his bedroom performance too. "Really, Doc? Just from what I eat in the morning?" I told him what I'll tell you. After 60, the small things add up fast, and the right breakfast can become a daily investment in your manhood. If this message is already making sense to you, do me a favor, give this video a like, hit subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss my honest, straightforward advice. And I want to hear from you in the comments. Just type yes or no. Do you believe what you eat for breakfast could make a difference for your health and confidence? I read every answer, and it helps me craft better videos for this community. Now, here's the value proposition, plain and simple. When you eat the right foods first thing in the morning, you're not just fueling your day. You're directly supporting the blood vessels and nerves that allow for strong erections and sustained energy. I've seen it work with hundreds of men, Richard included. When he switched from his old sugary breakfast to a nutrient-packed, circulation-boosting meal, he noticed the difference in less than 2 weeks. His wife noticed, too. So, what is the best breakfast to help boost circulation, down there, after 60? It's all about foods that are rich in natural nitrates, antioxidants, healthy fats, and fiber. One of the simplest, most effective combinations I recommend is a breakfast built around berries, oats, nuts, and a small serving of dark leafy greens. You might be thinking, leafy greens for breakfast, Doc? Trust me, it's easier than you think, and your body will thank you. When Richard tried this breakfast, rolled oats topped with blueberries and walnuts, plus a handful of baby spinach sautéed with a little olive oil, he told me he felt more awake before he'd even finished his first cup of coffee. That's because these foods work together to open up blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and give your body a steady, reliable stream of energy. The natural nitrates in greens help relax and widen blood vessels, while berries supply antioxidants that protect those vessels from damage. Oats and nuts provide slow-burning fuel and support healthy cholesterol, which is essential for long-term circulation and heart health. As Richard stuck with his new morning routine, he began to notice changes he never expected. His hands and feet were warmer. He had more stamina on his morning walks. And yes, he felt stronger and more confident down there, something that brought back a playful spark to his marriage. If you're still with me, remember to hit like and subscribe. And don't forget to comment yes or no below. Your feedback tells me what matters most to you, and I read every single response. The lesson here is simple. Your mornings are a powerful opportunity to shape your health, your energy, and your confidence as a man over 60. In the next part, I'll walk you through the science behind these foods, how they work in your body, and some easy ways to prepare a breakfast that delivers results, without sacrificing flavor or taking up your whole morning. And I'll share more of Richard's journey, including the unexpected benefits he experienced by making this one change. Stay tuned, because you deserve to know how small steps can lead to big results. When Richard first swapped his usual breakfast for the combination I recommended, oats, berries, walnuts, and a handful of greens, he wasn't sure what to expect. Like many men over 60, he had grown up with the idea that breakfast meant toast, jam, or a quick bowl of cereal. But he trusted me, and more importantly, he was ready for a change. Within the first week, something remarkable happened. He started feeling not just more awake, but more alive. His mornings no longer dragged. He found himself moving through the day with a quiet confidence, and, as he told me with a twinkle in his eye, his circulation, down there, was noticeably stronger. Let's talk about why this works. First, oats are a gentle giant for men's health. Unlike sugary cereals or white bread, rolled oats are full of soluble fiber, which helps keep your arteries clear and your blood flowing freely. That's important for your heart, your brain, and absolutely essential for strong erections. Oats also help stabilize your blood sugar, giving you steady energy and keeping you from crashing mid-morning. For Richard, this was a game changer. He stopped reaching for a second or third cup of coffee before lunch. Now, let's add in the berries. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, whatever you prefer, they're all packed with antioxidants that keep your blood vessels flexible and healthy. They also help your body fight off the free radicals that speed up aging and inflammation, which is especially important for men who want to stay active and vital into their 60s, 70s, and beyond. For Richard, simply topping his oats with a handful of mixed berries turned breakfast into a pleasure instead of a chore. The walnuts deserve special mention. These little nuts are a powerhouse for men's circulation. They're loaded with omega-3 fatty acids and L-arginine, a nutrient that helps your body produce nitric oxide. That's the same natural chemical that medications like Viagra aim to boost. It relaxes blood vessels and helps blood flow to all the right places. I told Richard, think of walnuts as nature's way of supporting your manhood. He laughed, but after a few weeks, he became a believer. But perhaps the most surprising part of this breakfast was the greens. Many men don't realize that dark leafy greens, like spinach or arugula, are some of the richest sources of natural nitrates, which your body turns into nitric oxide. Just a small handful sautéed with olive oil, tossed in an omelet, or even blended into a smoothie can make a major difference in circulation and energy. Richard admitted he'd never eaten spinach for breakfast in his life, but once he tried it, he actually enjoyed the way it made him feel, clearer, lighter, and more alert. As the days went by, Richard's results kept building. He told me that his walks felt easier, his legs didn't cramp, and his wife even noticed that his hands were warmer to the touch. But the most important change was the one he noticed in his confidence and his marriage. "Doc, I feel like myself again," he told me. "I look forward to mornings and nights." If you're listening to this and thinking, "I could never eat greens for breakfast," remember, it's not about being perfect. Start with what feels manageable. Maybe add a handful of spinach to your scrambled eggs, or toss a few berries on your oatmeal. Every small step helps. The key is consistency, making these choices part of your morning routine, so your body gets steady support for circulation, energy, and performance. Now, if you're finding this information valuable, please take a second to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap that bell so you never miss a new tip. And let me know in the comments, yes or no, would you be willing to try this kind of breakfast? Your answers help me craft advice that really serves you. What I love most about Richard's story isn't just the results, it's the ripple effect these changes had on his whole life. Better circulation meant more energy for exercise. which meant better sleep at night, which meant a brighter mood and more patience with the grandkids. This is what I want for every man who watches these videos, not just stronger circulation, down there, but a stronger, fuller life in every way. And here's the truth. You don't need to overhaul everything to see results. Start with 1 or 2 changes. Make your breakfast a time to nourish your body with foods that actually work for you, not against you. Watch for the small wins. A warmer handshake, a bit more stamina, a playful spark you thought you'd lost. In the next part, I'll share more about the science behind these foods, including how they protect your blood vessels and why healthy circulation is about much more than bedroom performance. I'll also give you easy, senior-friendly breakfast ideas you can start using right away, no chef skills needed. If you haven't already, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments if you're ready to give your mornings a circulation-boosting upgrade. I'm reading every answer, and I'm here to help you every step of the way. As Richard settled into his new breakfast routine, the changes didn't just stop at circulation or energy. In fact, what surprised him most were the little ways his whole day felt easier. Getting up out of his chair, walking up the stairs, even his mood seemed lighter. That's because when you feed your body foods that support circulation first thing in the morning, you're not just taking care of, down there. You're supporting your heart, your brain, your muscles, and your overall sense of well-being. Let's take a closer look at what's happening inside your body when you make these breakfast changes. Those oats? They contain a special type of fiber called beta-glucan, which helps remove bad cholesterol from your bloodstream. That means your arteries stay clear, making it easier for blood to flow freely everywhere it needs to go. And when your heart and vessels are healthy, your whole body works better, from your thinking to your movement to your confidence as a man. Berries do double duty as well. Not only are they loaded with antioxidants, but their natural compounds, called flavonoids, help your blood vessels relax and widen, which keeps your circulation strong and steady. Studies show that men who eat more berries have lower rates of heart disease and better vascular health overall. It's a simple step, but one with a big payoff, especially for men over 60 who want to stay active and vital. And let's not forget those walnuts. By now, Richard was sprinkling a handful on his oats every day. These little powerhouses are more than just a snack. They're proven to lower inflammation, improve blood vessel function, and even help your body make more of that all-important nitric oxide. It's like building a foundation for strong performance and lasting energy from the inside out. The greens might have been Richard's biggest surprise. He was amazed how just a small serving in the morning made him feel cleaner and more clear-headed. That's the power of natural nitrates and magnesium, 2 nutrients that relax your blood vessels, reduce stiffness, and help your heart pump efficiently. For men over 60, this is essential not just for sexual health, but for protecting your brain and memory as you age. If you've been listening so far, you're probably wondering how to make this work in your own kitchen, without a lot of fuss or fancy cooking. I always encourage men to keep it simple. Try overnight oats. Just combine rolled oats, some berries, a few crushed walnuts, and milk or a milk alternative in a jar. Let it sit in the fridge overnight, and it's ready to eat in the morning. Or, if you prefer a hot meal, cook your oats in the morning, top with berries and nuts, and add a side of sautéed spinach or toss a handful right into your eggs. Richard sometimes made a smoothie with spinach, berries, and a spoonful of oats or flaxseed. It was easy to blend up and take with him on a walk or out to the garden. He found that these simple habits fit naturally into his life and didn't feel like a chore. That's the beauty of the right routine. It doesn't just improve your health, it frees you to live more of the life you want. Let's talk a little about what not to do. The biggest mistake I see men make is skipping breakfast or grabbing something sugary or processed, like sweet pastries, white toast, or boxed cereal. These choices spike your blood sugar, then leave you crashing soon after. And they do nothing to help your circulation or energy. Instead, think about breakfast as a gift you give yourself, a foundation for better days and better nights. If this is resonating with you, please take a second to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. And as always, leave a simple yes or no in the comments. Are you ready to make your mornings work for you instead of against you? Your answers help me know how to support you and what kinds of advice to offer in future videos. Now, I want to circle back to something important, the ripple effect. When you eat for circulation, you're investing in more than your physical health. Richard told me that as his energy came back and his confidence grew, he started looking forward to social activities again. He said yes to more outings, joined his wife on walks, and even signed up for a local seniors' dance night, something he never would have tried before. His friends noticed the change. His grandkids commented on his new energy. And his relationship with his wife, well, let's just say the spark was back. Remember, none of this happened because of an expensive supplement or complicated plan. It was about simple foods, chosen with intention, and eaten regularly. Over time, these habits add up, transforming not just your mornings but your whole approach to aging. In the final part, I'll give you practical tips to keep this new routine going for the long haul, how Richard handled busy mornings, what to do when you're traveling, and how to make sure you never slip back into old habits. I'll also share some extra ways to naturally boost your circulation and confidence, so you can keep enjoying life to the fullest after 60. If you haven't already, hit like, subscribe, and let me know if you're ready to reclaim your mornings and your vitality. I'm here, reading every comment, cheering you on as you create a stronger, more energized future, starting with what you put on your plate tomorrow morning. Now, let's bring Richard's journey, and your own, full circle. You've learned how a simple breakfast routine, built on real, nourishing foods, can make an incredible difference in circulation, energy, and that quiet confidence every man deserves, even after 60. But what really matters is sticking with these habits, even when life gets busy or old routines try to sneak back in. That's exactly what Richard faced once he started traveling to visit family, or when those inevitable mornings came when time felt tight and the old temptations, like a quick pastry or skipping breakfast, crept back. Richard found that preparation was everything. On busy days, he'd prep his overnight oats the evening before, so all he had to do was grab his jar from the fridge in the morning. When visiting family, he'd bring along a small bag of walnuts and a pint of berries, no fancy cooking required. If he couldn't sauté greens, he'd stir a handful of baby spinach into his oats or add them to a smoothie. Over time, these habits became second nature, and the more he enjoyed the benefits, the less appealing the old sugary or starchy breakfasts became. The real secret to staying consistent is to focus on the why. Richard kept a small journal by his bed, jotting down the small wins. More energy during his morning walks, fewer aches, a warmer handshake, a playful look from his wife. These weren't dramatic overnight changes, but they built up week after week until he realized he was living a different life. One where age wasn't something to be feared but embraced, because he knew how to support his body with what it needed most. And that's what I want for you. If you're watching this, I encourage you to do two things. First, make your mornings about nourishment, not just filling your stomach. Build your breakfast around those key foods: oats, berries, walnuts, and leafy greens. Second, track how you feel. Notice the changes in your energy, your mood, your relationships, and yes, your confidence, down there. Give yourself credit for every positive step, no matter how small. Let's be honest, there will be days when you slip up. That's normal. The key isn't to chase perfection, but to keep coming back to the habits that work. If you travel, bring what you can with you. If you're rushed, keep a simple backup ready, like a handful of nuts and a piece of fruit. These small actions add up, and before long, you'll see the same ripple effect that Richard did. Stronger circulation, brighter mornings, better nights, and a renewed zest for life. If Richard's story has resonated with you, or if you're ready to start your own journey, I'd love to hear from you. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon so you never miss another tip that could change your life. And tell me in the comments, yes or no, do you feel ready to make breakfast your most powerful tool for better circulation and stronger confidence after 60? I read every answer, and your feedback shapes the advice I share with you and with other men on the same path. Let's finish where we began, with hope. The right breakfast is more than a meal, it's an act of self-respect and investment in your future. Every time you choose foods that open your blood vessels, fuel your heart, and energize your day, you're telling yourself that you matter, that you're worth the effort, and that the best years of your life are still ahead. Richard's journey is proof that change is possible at any age, and that even after 60, you can wake up stronger, more confident, and ready to embrace life. So tomorrow morning, as you reach for your breakfast, remember this message, and know that you're taking the first step towards the vitality, connection, and fulfillment you truly deserve. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember to like, subscribe, and leave your yes or no in the comments. Together, we're building a community of men who are living proof that age is just a number and that a great life after 60 starts with the choices you make each morning. I'm Dr. Robert Jansen, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and here's to your health and happiness, starting with breakfast.